If you are on, just let me know you can hear me. Yes, if you are on, just let me know you can hear me. Okay. Um, Let me fix the camera a little bit away so that, um, yes, let me fix it a little bit away. I'm going to be cooking and also talking to you guys, sharing my experience with you guys too as well. Okay. All right. So don't forget to give the video some thumb up if you are on. You can always give the video some thumb up. Yes. Today, Sunday, I went out to simply buy some few things, you know, to cook too as well. So just let me know if you can hear me because I'm using a Bluetooth and I'm away from the camera. Okay. Yes, I'm away from the camera. So just let me know if you can hear me clearly because I'm using a Bluetooth and I'm away from the camera. So just let me know if you can hear me. I'll be I'll be looking at your comment on my phone here. Let me see. I'm going to switch my second phone so that I can read your comment and then be cooking at the same time. I'm going to be cooking and then sharing my experience with you guys. Don't forget to share the channel, give the video some thumb up if you are here watching. Don't just watch, just share the channel too as well. What's up, Tio Noki? I can hear you. Okay, thank you so much. I like your show. Thank you so much, Mr. Mike Gabi. Hello, Mr. Supreme. I salute. I salute you too, Mr. Omo. Yes, you make me miss my Nigerian friend. I think I will call him today and see if I can go out and do some videos with him. Um, yes. So I just switch it on. I'll be reading your comment here. So most definitely, I'm just trying to organize the place before I start cooking. Okay, because I want to fry something, and there is a lot of things here for me to fix. My wife, she's simply putting my little girl to sleep, so I have to help her and then do some things, like to help her. All right. So, what is my experience as African? As an African, I have learned a lot when I came outside, like traveling. I started traveling at a very, very early stage. Okay. I started traveling at a very early stage, and I had a lot of experiences. But one of the best experiences that I had was here in Brazil. Okay, like one of my best experiences is here in Brazil because here I have simply lived for a long time here. Yes, the renovation process of my house, I think I'm going to need your help. You understand? Like I'm going to need, like not help in form of money, but then your idea is welcome. Oh wow, Istanbul. Yes, I'll be visiting Istanbul. I'm thinking because my auntie lives in Istanbul and she invited me to come to Istanbul. Okay, so most definitely I'll be visiting Istanbul anytime soon because I want to open a shop here in Brazil. Okay, I want to open a shop here, clothes shop here in Brazil. And my auntie in Istanbul, she told me she can help me to buy cheap stuff from Istanbul and then open my shop here in Brazil because I want to open what do you call it? A clothes shop. I want to open a clothes shop. You can leave your comment. I can read them on my second phone. So don't worry. I have my second phone here, and I can read your comments. So you can be asking me more questions. So most definitely, I'll be coming to Istanbul. So if you are my viewer in Istanbul, most definitely I'll meet you. Then we can also vlog together, and then like share our experiences as well. Okay, because it is very very good to simply share your experiences and also that. So, like I said, my experience as an African outside of Africa. Okay, what is my experience? When I travel outside Africa, I learned a lot of things. Okay, like a lot of things. I learned how to cook. I learned how to take care of a lot of things. Okay, because when I was back in Africa, uh, back in my country specifically Ghana. Okay, I'm a Ghanaian. I'm from Ghana, so I can tell you more of my experience when I was simply in Ghana. Okay, so when I simply travel outside Africa, I learned a lot. I learned how to cook, and I learned how to control myself too as well. But when I was back in Africa, I didn't learn a lot of things, and also the perception that I grew up with in Africa, like in Ghana specifically. Okay, I'm talking about West Africa because I don't know. I have lived in South Africa, and their perception of being a man too is equally just like the West Africans. Okay, so when I travel outside Africa, I learned a lot. Okay, when I was in Africa, I used to think that uh, as a man, you don't have to do anything. Okay, like cooking and stuff like that. You don't have to do it. Simply, you have to leave all these things for the women. So, like when I was back in Africa, West Africa, Ghana, that was what I learned uh, from my community. Okay, my culture and my community says, as a man, you don't belong to the kitchen, and you belong to you have to do a whole lot of things, and your wife is supposed to be taking care of these stuffs and stuff like that. But okay, my experience outside is still incredible, and I'm still going through a lot of experiences. Okay, which I think it is fantastic because when I was back in Africa, Ghana, I didn't know how to cook. I didn't know how to like take care of other people and stuff like that. Okay, and when I got here, I learned a lot. Like for instance, my wife when she gave birth, she had a C-section. Okay, she had a C-section, and after the birth, I was supposed to take care of her together with the baby. So I had to bath the baby. I had to clean the baby. I have to change the baby. Like there was a whole lot of things that I was supposed to be doing. Okay, so I was doing a lot of things. So at that point, I didn't even know how to do all these things. Yes, I didn't know how to do all these things. So I had to learn how to do it. And also, I have to, I have to just be myself and also try and master some things. I have to learn to be a caretaker. Okay, so me coming outside of Africa, I learned a lot. Okay, I learned how to take care of my family, or not even my family. I can take care of any other thing, any situation. So I learned a lot when I came out. Like when I traveled, especially when I came here in Brazil. Okay, so what is your mind as a man? What do you think? What do you think? Do you think it's just fine? You don't have to learn anything as a man. You don't have to learn how to cook. You don't have to learn how to take care of your baby and stuff like that. Like, what do you think? What is your mindset? Because I think these things, they are things that like you hardly come online to see people talking about, like not people like men or something, but because I know most women do talk about these kind of things though. But it's very difficult to come online to see like a regular vlog, like from a man, like talking about these kind of things. They don't talk about it. Okay? Me, I'm just real. I'm just real. I don't like to hide anything. Okay, I like to be real because we have only one life. We have only one life to live, so we have to be real, and we have to make people learn from us too, as well as content. Yes, content creator. As a content creator, you have to be real. Okay, because people are watching you and they are learning from you too as well. So me, I like to be very, very real with my viewers, and I know a whole lot of there are people who have subscribed to my channel, but they still don't agree with me, but they are still on my channel. And I love you guys for that because the more you don't agree with me, the more I will be learning the reason why you people don't really agree with me. So it is just good to have you guys who don't really agree with me on my channel. You are still on my channel, you don't agree with me. I think it's just perfect because I will be learning a lot from you guys. So, like I said, a whole lot of men don't simply, a whole lot of men, African men simply think it's just like you don't have to, you don't have to do anything in the kitchen, which I personally think it is a lie. Okay, it is a lie. You have to learn something because when we were growing up, when I was growing up, because if I say when we were growing up, because I don't know your side of the story when you were growing up, how things were. Okay, so I won't say when we. When I was growing up, I grew up understanding that as a man, you don't belong to the kitchen, or you don't belong in doing some, like house chores and all of that. When I grew up, women are supposed to be doing this. Okay, like women were the ones supposed to be cooking and taking care of home and stuff like that. That was what I learned when I was growing up. Okay, let me bring the camera much more closer so that you guys can simply see what I am doing. I'm going to bring the camera much more closer. Okay, I am cooking. Most definitely, I'm not going to be showing my face that much. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing. You can learn with me. I'm going to fry some meat. So yes, it is a frozen meat, but I want to fry it. So I have my ways of doing it so that I'll get a very good, what do you call it, taste, after preparing it. Okay, so I'm going to spice it up, and then whilst it stays spiced, I will be I will be preparing something, like where is the knife? Where did I even leave the knife? I had it. Okay, the knife is here. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, that is why I am saying this. I learned a lot. Okay, when I came out, like when I traveled out of Africa, I didn't have a choice. I wanted to eat African food. Okay, and I didn't have a choice but to learn. And also, like I said, as a man, you have to learn a lot of things. You have to learn how to take care of babies. You have to take, because don't forget that you might get married someday. If even if maybe you haven't gotten married, you will most definitely have a child or something. And uh, now the kind of world we are living, when you travel out, you will learn that the Westerners, okay, most of the men are very, very responsible. Okay, when I say they're very, very responsible, when you come out of Africa, you get to know that men cook, men do a whole lot of things. Okay, like outside, men do a lot of things. They take care of their kids, like they take them to parks and stuff like that. Okay, so for me, I learned a lot. I learned a lot. So I think as a man, you have to learn a lot of things. You have to know that uh, it is very, very important to do what? To learn. Yes, it's very, very important to learn some things before you travel, or maybe you think of settling down or something like that. You understand? So me, I learned a lot, and I'm really, really grateful. I'm like super, super grateful for getting the chance to quickly start knowing that I need to learn some things as a man. Okay, because I grow up with the idea that men don't need all of these things. As a man, you know, you work, you look for the money, and then you take care of the woman. That's what but I think it is quite not wrong, but then it is some kind of old mindset, because when you come to the Western world, the women, they work, even women even work more than men. When you come to the Western world, women simply work more than even the men. You understand? So for me, traveling out of Africa taught me a lot of things. Okay, like a lot of things, how to come over, like get over some common problems and stuff like that. Okay, especially when I had a baby, I learned a lot. I learned a lot because sometimes you don't have anyone like me, like this, for instance. I don't have my family close to me. Okay, so a whole lot of times I have to take care of things myself. You understand? Yes, I have to take care of everything myself. I learned how to cook because I didn't have any option, and I really regret when I was back home, I didn't learn how to cook. But today I'm grateful because it got to a point that I didn't have any choice than to do what? Than to just try doing some things, and also, you know, learning some things alone. Let me see here. Yes, so I learned a lot, guys. I learned a lot. Growing up as an African, it wasn't an easy thing because you grow up with the idea that as a man you don't need to do all of these things, but automatically you need to, because if, for instance, you are with your kids and maybe the mother is not feeling fine, what are you going to do? Are you going to call somebody to come and cook for you, clean your house and stuff like that for you to pay, when you can simply do it yourself? You understand? So there are a lot of things. As a man, you have to simply learn how to do it. One of the important things you have to know is cooking. Cooking, I know a whole lot of people don't really like cooking. Even women, a lot of women don't even like cooking. Myself, I don't like cooking, but then I can I can afford to keep on going to the restaurant and stuff like that. So I learned how to cook so that I can cook for myself. Okay, and I think it's it has been very very good for me ever since I learned how to cook. Okay, yes, yeah. So what do you think? What do you think as a man? What do you think of all these things, like doing all these things by yourself? Like cooking and stuff like that. What do you think as a man? Do you think it's okay for you not to learn how to cook and not to learn how to take care of some things? What do you think, guys? Tell me your mind. I even forgot to spice the meat because I'm supposed to spice it before I'm spicing the meat. Okay, it is meat that I'm thinking of. It is meat. I'm spicing it up because I want to. You see, I want to. What do you call it? I want to fry it. So I'm spicing it up so that I can simply fry it and get some nice taste out of it. All right. So what about you? Do you know how to cook? Tell me if you know how to cook. It's not a bad thing. Do you know how to cook? Yes, I know how to cook now. I know how to cook a lot of African food, okay, and also maybe some few Brazilian stuff. I know how to prepare some few Brazilian things too as well. So yes, yes. More question. What are your questions, guys? I'm here with you guys today. In the morning I went to the park and filmed the park. I will be. I'll bring you a video of the park, like people training, like having good time. I went to the park and then filmed the park in the morning. I think was it around 9? Yeah, around 9 a.m. Yeah, yeah, 9 to 10 a.m. I went to the park to film the park. Okay, so let me turn the camera. Okay, let me just remove the charger and then turn the camera. Then you can simply see what I'm doing. Yes. So, what is your experience? What is your experience? Tell me your experience. Yes. I want to use. I want to use this oil. It is a palm oil. Okay, palm oil. We have it here in Brazil. Palm oil. It is. It is very good. Okay, very very good. Palm oil is very good, and especially for your eyes. If the more you eat palm oil, the more you won't have eye problems. Okay, you won't have any eye problems. Yes. So yeah. So guys, I'm cooking. I don't. Like I'm. I don't want to go to any restaurant today. I'm just cooking. Yes. So if you are on, Share the channel, guys. Share the channel. So what is your experience? When I like I have learned a lot. I have learned a lot. You know, changing baby diapers, washing the baby, cooking, cleaning the house, and all that. So, like I have learned a lot, okay? This one here, I have to remove this stuff because it's not supposed to be here. It was a gift that we had. But let me just put it here. And then now there is a meat here. Let me just, okay. Yes, so this is it. I'm going to put it inside the hot oil. Let me turn it up so that you can see. Yes. It's hot oil. Hot. So I will just cover it up so that it can quickly dissolve and become soft. Okay. Then whilst doing that, I will take the chance and then be cleaning some other stuffs out here. Wash the dishes. I have a lot of dishes to wash, so I'm going to simply wash the dishes and then be talking to you guys. Yeah. Yes, yes, I'm very, very happy too because it is something that will help you a lot. Okay, like not only for you to be able to say, okay, like not only that, but then it's going to help you so much as a man if you know how to do all these kind of things. You understand? Like you know how to do it, you won't be having any issue at all. Like you don't have to spend so much money to call somebody to come and do it for you. You can do it. I know how to do a whole lot of things. You understand? As a man, because like I said, back in Africa, all these things you think that like you don't have to learn it. But when you travel, that's where you will know that these things are very, very important. Like they are very, very important to learn how to do all these things as a man. Yeah, they are very, very important. So me, that is why I like when I'm cooking, I like to come online so that I can share what I'm doing with you guys because uh, there are a whole lot of YouTubers, content creators, men. They don't do these things. Like they don't bring this kind of content for their viewers. You understand? You bring it. You bring it. If you are rich, it doesn't mean you don't have to learn. If you are rich, you still have to learn all these things because these things they are part of what makes you a man. Okay? Like they are part of what makes you the real guy. Yes, it makes you real because you don't like you know everything. You know everything. You can argue. But if you don't know all these things, you are rich, you have the money, so you pay people to do it. Man, you are not living in the real world anymore. You understand? You are no more living in the real world. The real world, you need to learn all these things because as a man, you need to know all these things. And then knowing these things, you can teach your children how to do these things. When they are growing up, they know that as a parent or as a father, you know all these things. So they will become obligated to do all these things too. You understand? You don't pay anyone to come and do it. So when they are growing up, they see you doing all these things, they will learn it from you because you are not going to allow them to sit in the sofa and then watch TV and play some video games. There is time for all of that. But all these things, if you know how to do it as a man, it helps a lot. You understand? So, as an African man, traveling outside, I have learned a lot, and I'm very, very grateful for, like to be able to learn all these things by myself and also learn from other people too as well. Because a whole lot of people will be like when you go to West Africa, a whole lot of men will be like, why should I learn how to cook? Why should I learn how to clean? Yeah, because that's the culture out there. But the reality says you have to learn a whole lot of things. Because look, when you come outside of Africa, men do almost everything outside Africa. Yes, let me see. Do you know that people think it's not necessary for men to do this? Look, it is super necessary. Super. That is why I'm saying this. When you go back to Africa, okay, like in Africa, in the west of Africa, a whole lot of people will laugh at you if you are doing all of this. They will laugh at you. Your own friends will laugh at you and say, "Why don't you think these kind of things are for women and stuff like that?" Like, they will laugh at you. But when you travel out of Africa, you learn that no, there are a whole lot of things that you are missing as a man. You understand? Like, you are missing a lot of things. Like, you have been, like, you have missed a lot of things. When you know how to do all these things, like I said, nobody is going to disrespect you, especially when it comes to dating and stuff like that. You know how to cook. You don't have to wait for any woman to come and cook for you. You don't have to wait for any woman to come and clean your house for you. You know how to do it. Yes. And even when you know these things, you save more. And your money, you become even more richer. Yes. You understand? Yes. So, guys, I won't lie to you guys. You have to learn all these things. You have to learn. It's very, very important to simply learn how to do these things. Yeah. Yes. It's very, very important, guys. Very, very important. You understand? So, me, my advice to you guys, I know my channel, I have women on my channel, but then, guys, I know that I have a lot of men on my channel than women. So, as a man, all I can tell you is try as much as you can to learn to do all these things by yourself so that you don't go through any hard time when you don't have a wife or you don't have a woman close. You can simply take care of yourself. You understand? So, yes. So, tell me, if you are watching me, tell me, what do you think? Do you think as a man, it's not important to learn all these things? What is your mind? Do you think as a man it's not important to learn how to do these things? What is your mind? Tell me, what is your experience? Did you grow up not knowing these things, or did you grow up learning these things too as a man? Yes, guys, you have to tell me something. What do you think? What is? Don't just watch. Tell me what you think. Do you think it's wrong for a man to learn how to do all these things? What is your mindset? Don't just watch. Leave your comment right there. Let me know what you think. Yes. Yes, it is very, very important to me. I think it is very, very necessary. It is very, very what? Necessary to for a man to learn all these things. You understand? So if you think, what do you think? What is your mind on that? Guys, don't just watch. Don't just watch. Tell me what you think. Don't just watch, but tell me what you think. As a man, don't you think it's very, very important to learn all these things? Especially my friends abroad. Yes, my viewers abroad. Do you cook for yourself or do you go to restaurant? If you are married to, do you also help your wife with these kind of things? Yes. Yeah, so guys, it's a long video, right? All right, so guys, I'm going to wrap up here. If you don't have any question to ask me, I'm going to wrap up and then finish my cooking out here because I think um, if you don't have any question, I just want to show you guys a little bit of how I get my things done out here. Okay, like yes, I like to cook. I like to clean the house too as well. It's not that I like, but I think it is necessary to do it as a man. Okay, it doesn't really matter. So, guys, I'll wrap up out here. And if you have any question, you can still leave it after the video. Then, like I said, I'm going to share my park video with you. I went to the park today in the morning and I filmed a little bit of activities in the park during the weekends. I think it's very, very good to share with you guys so that you will at least have an idea how people do and how people live their life out here in Brazil. Okay, we have a lot of interesting parks to out here. So, guys, I love you guys. Don't forget to share and give the video some time up if you like this kind of content too as well. And see you guys in my next vlog. Love you guys. Bye.